Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Today via tape delay from Mustang Field here at Laurel Highlands High School. It's high school soccer action as the Laurel Highlands Mustangs take on the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupin. We welcome you aboard for tonight's girls soccer game. South Union Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Again, I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupin. We'll be back with the lineups for both teams after these messages.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours, and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Chesler's Furniture at 601 Pittsburgh Street, Uniontown has been in business since 1950 and has a wide variety of furniture for all of your needs. At Chesler's, they have a wide assortment of living room recliners, kitchen sets, bedroom mattresses, and accessories that can decorate your home for years to come. Choose from many companies including Lazy Boy, Best, King Hickory, Hammery, Lancer, Wildwood, Von Bassett, and White Dove. Chesler's also services what they sell. Stop into Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 north of Uniontown, and see Kim, Christy, Ted, and Rich. They'll be happy to help you with all of your needs. Chesler's Furniture, where customers send their friends.
Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District. With offices in Uniontown and Chalk Hill, Representative Mahoney is dedicated to providing the best leadership and quality representation to his constituents. He can be reached at 66A Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown, 724-438-6100, and in Chalk Hill at 2925 National Pike, 724-437-2521. Good luck to all of the area teams from State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District.
We're back here at Mustang Field. Laurel Highlands hosting Elizabeth Forward girls soccer action here on the South Union Township Sports Network. I'm now going to turn it over to our public address announcer, Barry Rosner, for today's starting lineups.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the campus of Laurel Highlands Senior High School and Mustang Field, where today the Mustangs of Laurel Highlands is hosting the Warriors of Elizabeth Forward in a girls soccer game. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask if you would now to direct your attention down to the soccer field as we meet today's starting lineups. First of all, for our visitors, the Elizabeth Forward Warriors under the head coaching of Brandon Gerba and assisted by Lindsay Lash. Here is their starting lineup. A senior, number 9, Bethany Fuga. A senior, number 3, Taylor Mordecki. A senior, number 12, Emma Stragan. A junior, number 11, Nola McGuire. A junior, number 23, Cassidy Kern. A junior, number 18, Natalie Chornak. A junior, number 7, Julia Baylog. A sophomore, number 15, Dejana Gill. A sophomore, number 14, Nancy Beinlich. A sophomore, number 8, Bree Scalacan. And the goalkeeper, a junior, Carly Large. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Under the head coaching of Dave Sahida and assisted by David Sahida, here is their starting lineup. A senior, number 5, Amanda Means. A junior, number 10, Erica Tarr. A junior, number 19, Grace Chambers. A junior, number 9, Bryn Lilly. A junior, number 12, Nina Nickman. A sophomore, number 24, Macy Valek. A sophomore, number 32, Maggie Cunningham. A sophomore, number 8, Abby Miller. A sophomore, number 14, Kristen Marmol. A freshman, number 23, Lexi Harrigus. And a junior, the goalkeeper, Anna Sepik. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask if you would to please rise. And gentlemen, we ask if you would to please remove your hats in the honoring of America and the playing of our national anthem.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red
both teams.
And we'll be back with the start of today's match right after this on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar.
South Union Television, or follow the South Union Township Sports Network on Facebook for program updates. That's Facebook.
Back here at Mustang Field, Laurel Highlands hosting Elizabeth Ford. A lot on the line here today. It's a 5-horse race for 4 playoff spots in Section 2 and 3A. Elizabeth Forward currently in third place, a 3-1-3 conference record. Laurel Highlands right now on the outside looking in at 3-3-1, a half game back of Greensburg-Salem for the fourth and final playoff spot in the conference. Laurel Highlands defending the gold to our left, and Natalie Chornak and Cassidy Kern get the match underway for the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. And a quick touch by the Mustangs' Amanda Means forward to Grace Chambers, and chip back into the midfield to Maggie Cunningham, who sends it off of Nola McGuire. As EF looks for room on the far side, but Erica Tarr will pick it back up for the Mustangs, draws a double team, and loses the ball there to Dewana Gill. Ball poked out off of Laurel Highlands and out, and Gill will fire it back in. A little touch there from Cassidy Kern, and Kern trying to work down the far touch line. Mustangs slow her pursuit down. McGuire resets over to Julia Baylog. Pressure, though, from Erica Tarr wins the ball back for the Mustangs. Tarr trying to send it down the far line, went off of a Warrior and out. Mustangs continue their support, or their pressure up the field. Kristen Marmol into Grace Chambers. Chambers' little lob shot goes high and out of play. Just over a minute in, Laurel Highlands and Elizabeth Forward here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Second meeting of the season between these two teams. They played to a 3-3 draw back on September the 10th. Elizabeth Forward playing some pretty good soccer as of late. In fact, they've posted 4 consecutive shutouts. Laurel Highlands coming off a 5-1 win over Albert Gallatin last time out. Cunningham knocks it down there forward to Erica Tarr. Shot from about 27 yards out. Picked up there by the Elizabeth Forward keeper, Carly Large. And Large with all 4 of those clean sheets for the Warriors. 3 of them wins. The other was a scoreless draw. That was last time out against Ringgold. The other 3 shutouts against Albert Gallatin, Yock, and Uniontown. Gill works it back in. Body there by Julia Baylog. Back to Gill. A little touch back to Bethany Fuga. And sent wide on the near side to Taylor Mordecki. Mordecki, a little touch up to Bree Scalacan. Scalacan trying to lead the run forward. Up to Natalie Chornak. Chornak resets. Back to Taylor Mordecki again. A little pressure there from Amanda Means. Bethany Fuga involved. Back again to Nancy Beinlich. Off to Gill on the far side. EF just kind of feeling out Laurel Highlands right now. Mustangs trying to send it forward to Grace Chambers, but EF wins the ball again to Nola McGuire. Wide again the near side to Taylor Mordecki. Mordecki coming forward, trying to set up a run there from Bree Scalacan. Mustangs win it back as Nina Nickman sends it out of play. Bree Scalacan now on the reload. Little header there from Nola McGuire. Touch back over to Scalacan near side. Pressured by Means. McGuire another touch. Sent wide off the body of Julia Baylog. Mustangs look to clear. Send it back on the EF back line to Emma Stragand. Forward again to Noah McGuire. Pressure there again by Means. Forward to Cunningham, and now Tarr up to Grace Chambers. Chambers trying to track it down. Defending there, Emma Stragan for Elizabeth Forward. She'll knock it out of play on the far side. Kristen Marmol to reload for Laurel Highlands. Marmol into Grace Chambers. Fronted there by Gill. Chambers tries to cross out in front, looking there for Tarr. Cleared out by Bethany Fuga. Played back to center. A little header there from Natalie Chornak. Scrum for the ball here at midfield. Little collision there between Bree Scalacan and Laurel Highlands freshman Lexi Harrigus. Ball out of play off of Laurel Highlands and out. Scalacan on the lob back in over the head of Natalie Chornak. Mustangs. Erica Tarr finds it, sends it back to Maggie Cunningham, looking for a forward ball there for Grace Chambers. Never got through. EF getting a little sloppy on the backside, but they'll pull it back to the keeper, Carly Large. EF playing a 4-4-2 today with 3 seniors, 5 juniors, and 3 sophomores in their starting lineup. Near side, Amanda Means. Poke forward to Chambers, back to Means on the give and go near side. Means outside the box, looking for the cross. Means slows things down in the corner and sends it off of Emma Stragan and out. Almost 5 minutes in this match, scoreless between Laurel Highlands and Elizabeth Forward. Bryn Lilly to trigger it in here for the Mustangs. And actually will be a corner kick. So Lilly to put it down. Into the box, deflected back out and back to Lilly here on the near side. Lilly corrals it in the corner, fronted there by Fuga, trying to play it back to Harrigus, broken up there by the Warriors. They'll try to set up a run down the near side. Natalie Chornak will pull back up, send it off to her right. Little touch there from Fuga, back to Chornak. Maggie Cunningham will pick it up there for Laurel Highlands. Takes a little body there from a Warrior up to Kristen Marmol. Loses it over there to Gill. Gill touches it forward to McGuire. Sent on the far line looking for Julia Baylog out of play off of Baylog and outs. And Macy Valek will take the throw in here for Laurel Highlands. Goes through Kristen Marmol, headed back by Gill. And Gill on the far side. Ball ruled out of play. We're going to have a foul here against Elizabeth Forward. Might be a foul here against the Warriors. It will. So a free kick for the Mustangs. Maggie Cunningham to put it down. Just in front of the Warriors bench. EF coached by Brendan Gerba, assisted by Lindsay Lash. Ball sent into the box. Erica Tarr loose. Tarr with some open space. Shot with the left foot. Crosses out in front, but unable to finish. Amanda Means on the near side. Ball stays in play. Means will track it back down, and the ball ruled out. So Laurel Highlands missing a golden opportunity. Means with an open goal, unable to finish. And EF will find the loose ball. Noel McGuire pushes it forward again to Natalie Chornak. Now Bree Scalacan looking to center off of Maggie Cunningham. Back over to Harrigus on the near side for the Mustangs. And Harrigus bodied off the ball there by Natalie Chornak. Chornak trying to set up a run on the far side for Julia Baylog. Corralled in there by Valek. Forward to Cunningham, trying to spin it back to Macy Valek. Gill a little touch there for EF. Valek stays involved, trying to find a through ball there to Kristen Marmol. Ball goes out of play. And Gill to reload here for Elizabeth Forward. A touch from Baylog. But Chambers on the ball for Laurel Highlands. Sent it off to her left to Tarr. Erica Tarr double teamed. A little scrum there with Cassidy Kern of Elizabeth Forward. Kern trying to move forward. That's Maggie Cunningham there for Laurel Highlands. Baylog another touch on the EF side and sending it out of play, Natalie Chornak. Laurel Highlands with the pink socks today for breast cancer awareness on this first Saturday of October. No red trim today, the trim all pink with the blue numbers. EF and their away blacks, white numbers. We're just over 8 minutes in. Match still scoreless. Chambers over to Tarr. Tarr a nice run down the far side. Tarr looking to cross it back to Chambers. Went off the body of Bethany Fuga. Ball still loose, top of the 18, bouncing around like a pinball, and here's Chambers out in front. And the denial from Carly Large. Large boots it back to center. Body there by Cassidy Kern. And going off of Julia Baylog on the far side. Marmol sent it in. Deflected back out. Marmol again on the reload. Tar trying to work her way around Gill. And Erica Tar trying to send it into the box. Fuga sends it back out. Now loose top of the 18. Chambers plays it back to Maggie Cunningham. And Cunningham got pushed from behind. Went down. No foul called. Will play on. An EF with the ball coming back through center. Harrigus unable to defend. Moving forward, Natalie Chornak. Chornak, a nice run down on the far side. Crossing out in front, but the ball will be scooped up here by Anna Sepik, the Laurel Highlands keeper. A couple of rain showers now starting to fall here at Mustang Field. A couple of umbrellas up. Actually sunny earlier, and here's a nice run from Grace Chambers. Chambers making her way forward. Low shot towards the goal, and an easy save there from Carly Large. Laurel Highlands also playing a 4-4-2 today. With Lexi Harrigus, Abby Miller, Nina Nickman, and Macy Valek in the back. Midfielders Amanda Means, Kristen Marmol, Maggie Cunningham, and Bryn Lilly. Strikers Erica Tar and Grace Chambers with Anna Sepik in goal. Lilly a little touch there, looking for Grace Chambers. Erica Tar getting involved. But on the clear out, Noah McGuire. EF now slows things down. Nancy Beinlich playing it back to the Laurel Highlands back line. Nina Nickman, who was in concussion protocol for a couple of weeks on the Laurel Highlands side, back in the starting lineup today. Nice to see Nina back. Carly Large, another boot back to center. Knocked down there by Means. Bodied by Bryn Lilly. The ball won there by Bree Scalacan. Scalacan went over the head of Natalie Chornak. Julia Baylog will play it back to Gill on the far side. And Gill bounces it forward. A little bit of open space here for Cassidy Kern on the run. Quickly denied by both Lexi Harrigus and Nina Nickman. Mustangs push it back up to Grace Chambers. A little header there from Natalie Beinlich. Chambers, though, coming free down the near touchline. Nice run from Grace Chambers. Chambers now stops. Looks to cross. Fronted there by Beinlich. Now sends it top of the 18. Fanning there is Cunningham, and on the clear out, Julia Baylog. Played back to center. Nina Nickman, a little body contact there with Cassidy Kern. Kern goes down, and Nickman will be calling for the foul. Nickman, a feisty player on the Laurel Highlands side. Not afraid to get involved in the action. 28-34 left here in the first half. Laurel Highlands and Elizabeth Forward still scoreless here at Mustang Field. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupé. We thank you for joining us for some high school girls soccer action here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Natalie Chornak, a little lob forward. EF, a little bit of open space. Cassidy Kern picks it up. Now contact here, edge of the box. Got to be careful there. Harrigus a little bump into Cassidy Kern. Ball bounces back to the Mustang keeper, Anna Sepik. And Sepik will boot it back to center. Headed back there by Bethany Fuga. And sent down and on the run, Julia Baylog. Baylog looking to cross. Still loose out in front. Look out. Ball was out of play. Didn't hear the whistle, but the ball was over the back line to the left of keeper Anna Sepik. The Mustangs make their first change of the afternoon. Erica Tar to take a seat. And the new entry for Laurel Highlands. Trying to get a number on her. Might be Sid Chido. Number 13 it is. So Sydney Chido, the freshman, seeing her first match action here today. A little bit of a misplay there from Carly Large. Pressure out in front, and Chido
into the game for Laurel Highlands.
Just deflecting it wide. So Chido not taking very long to get involved, just on the field for about 30 seconds. Almost finding the back of the net there off of a misplay from the keeper, Carly Large. And Large entering this match 4 straight clean sheets. They almost allowed an early goal here to Laurel Highlands. Rain starting to increase in intensity right now. They weren't expecting much precipitation this afternoon, but some showers falling right now. Shouldn't impact the match too much on the sport turf surface as Amanda Means sends it out. As we said, EF also with a 4-4-3 today with Nola McGuire, Natalie Chornak, and Cassidy Kern up front. Bethany Fuga, Julia Baylog, and Bree Scalacan in the midfield. And Taylor Mordecki, Emma Stragan, Nancy Beinlich, and Dewana Gill in the back, with Carly Large in net for the Warriors today, a 4-3-3. Laurel Highlands actually going with a 4-4-2 today. Well, boot back to center. Touch there from Cunningham. Back onto the foot of Bethany Fuga. Pressure there by Bryn Lilly. Maggie Cunningham finds the ball for Laurel Highlands over to Grace Chambers. Played by Taylor Mordecki of Elizabeth Ford. Then sent wide to Bree Scalacan on the back line. Misplayed by the Warriors. Chambers finds the loose ball for Laurel Highlands. Looks to center there for Sid Chido. That pass picked off by Nancy Beinlich of Elizabeth Forward. Beinlich up to Bree Scalacan. Scalacan. A nice through ball here to Cassidy Kern. Kern on the near side gets around Harrigus. Kern still on the run, top of the box. Looks to play it off to her right. Natalie Chornak. Mustangs knock it down. EF sends it back to the midfield. A fan there from Fuga. And Laurel Highlands, Bryn Lilly finding the ball. She'll send it forward, looking for Grace Chambers too far. And back to the keeper, Carly Large. Large a little lob. Misplayed there by Nancy Beinlich. Sid Chido an opportunity on a run, but Beinlich able to get back and defend the play well for the Warriors. So we're through over 15 minutes of soccer, and this match still scoreless. Cassidy Kern a little touch. Bree Scalacan finding the ball. Mustangs throw a little body. They'll send it down, looking there for Sid Chido. Again, going all the way back to Carly Large. A little scrum there between Nola McGuire and Maggie Cunningham. EF on the chip back on the far side, Natalie Chornak. Battling there with Laurel Highlands, Abby Miller. Chornak looks to cross out in front. Over to Bree Scalacan. Mustangs, they'll play it back to the midfield. Gill a low touch there, back on the foot of Cunningham. Cunningham sends it off to Bryn Lilly. Lilly back through center. Off on the near wing to Amanda Means. Means chipping forward, looking for Grace Chambers. Emma Stragan playing the ball there for Elizabeth Forward, looking for Taylor Mordecki on the near line. Goes through Mordecki and out. Means triggers it back in, looking for Chambers. A little touch there for Mordecki. Back loose on the near side. Lilly trying to find it for Laurel Highlands, but it's Bree Scalacan coming ahead for Elizabeth Forward. Went off of Harrigus and out. On the reload, Scalacan lobs it back in, headed there by Cassidy Kern, and again out on the near side. Lexi Harrigus to take this throw in for the Mustangs, lobbed back, looking for Lilly, sent out of play by Cassidy Kern. Rain picking up again. This ball loose in front of the Mustang keeper. And Sepik able to scoop it back up after she was fronted there by Natalie Chornak, junior co-captain for the Warriors. Sepik plays it back to center. Sid Chido trying to find the loose ball. And Chido trying to slice her way between defenders. Goes back to Large. Large, another misplay. Deflected here on the near side of Taylor Mordecki. And Chambers gets upended just outside the box. Free kick here for Laurel Highlands. So nice opportunity here for the Mustangs, 18 minutes into the match. Nina Nickman to take this free kick. Just a two-player wall in front of her. Nickman from 20 yards out will send it on goal and in! Nina Nickman scores off the free kick here at the 21:57 mark of the first half. Mustangs strike first, and we'll take a quick timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
The Laurel Highlands goal by number 12, Nina Nickman.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Tonight's soccer game is being brought to you in part by Dr. Michael Lemontowski and Surgical Associates, 10 Highland Park Drive here in Uniontown. They can be reached at 724-439-6340. Good luck to the area teams from Dr. Michael Lemontowski.
Laurel Highlands striking first. Nina Nickman off of a free kick from 20 yards out, sending it past the Elizabeth forward keeper Carly Large. And Laurel Highlands takes an early 1-0 lead. Again, this match huge for Laurel Highlands. If the Mustangs want to get into the postseason, Laurel Highlands currently sitting 5th in Section 2 in AAA. Elizabeth forward currently in 3rd place. So a win by Laurel Highlands today will put the Mustangs back into the top 4. Here's Grace Chambers coming through center. Chambers with a triangle of Warriors defenders around her, still moving forward, has Erica Tarr to her left. Gill defending, though, for Elizabeth forward and clearing it out, Taylor Mordecki. Played back at center by Nickman. And sent out here on the near side for a Laurel Highlands throw-in. To be taken by Amanda Means. Means into Bryn Lilly. Chip back to Means on the near side, 19 minutes in. Mustangs an early 1-0 lead. Cassidy Kern back through center. Maggie Cunningham on the defense there for Laurel Highlands. And Cunningham back down the near touchline. That ball will trickle to the corner flag and go out of play for a throw-in. As we said, atop the conference, Mount Pleasant at 5-0-1. The Mustangs took the Vikings down to the wire last week, ended up losing that match by a score of 1-0. Bell Vernon in second place at 5-1-1 in the conference. Elizabeth Ford in third place at 3-1-3. Greensburg-Salem in the fourth and final playoff spot for the moment at 4-3. And Laurel Highlands nipping at their heels at 3-3-1 in the conference. Here's Chambers on the backside, and the save made there by Carly Large. So the pressure continuing. Mustangs doing a good job of applying it here in the Warriors zone. Midway through this first half, already a goal from Nina Nickman. There's Maggie Cunningham sending it off of Gillen out. And Erica Tarr battling there with Gill again. Tarr on the lob back. This ball goes through the Mustang defensive line. And Anna Sepik will play it back to center. Over the head there of Taylor Mordecki of Elizabeth forward. Mordecki pressure there by Amanda Means, and Means winning the ball there for the Mustangs. Crossing out in front. Tarr on the doorstep and finishes. Erica Tarr off the cross from Amanda Means. And the Mustangs extend their lead to 2-0 here at the 19:15 mark of the first half. We're back in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Laurel Highlands goal by number 10, Erica Tarr.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. You're a hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
Highlands on top of Elizabeth Forward now 2-0. Latest goal scored by Erica Tarr. Coming here at the 19:15 mark of the first half. Give Amanda Means the assist. Laurel Highlands up 2. 21 minutes in. And these two teams played to a 3-3 draw back on September the 10th at Elizabeth Forward, but the Mustangs looking strong here early on. Let's see if they can hang on. Still a lot of soccer to play. But all Laurel Highlands right now. A strong effort for the Mustangs today, again against a team that had posted 4 consecutive shutouts. And now the pressure back on the Warriors side, down 2. Here's Noah McGuire trying to come free, and nice defense there from Macy Valek to come over and help out Lexi Harrigus here on the near side and send the ball out of play and allow the Mustangs to get a couple of reinforcements back defensively. Corey Ascente, who just checked into the game, will lob it in here for the Warriors. Into the box. Harrigus trying to play it out for Laurel Highlands, unable to clear. Touched back by Julia Baylog. Baylog back on the near side to Corey Ascente. The ball comes loose in open space. Baylog trying to keep it in play. A little battle there with Abby Miller. Knocked out. The rain subsiding a little bit here at Mustang Field. Ball loose far side. And ruled here off of Laurel Highlands and out. So a corner kick here for Elizabeth Forward. Natalie Chornak will take it. 17:25 left before halftime. A 2-0 lead for the Mustangs. Chornak plays it into the box. Deflected around out in front. Look out if you're Laurel Highlands. And Anna Sepik finally able to find it. The ball like a pinball in there off of a couple of Warriors before Sepik was finally able to scoop it up on the Mustang side. And Anna will play it back to center. Taylor Mordecki a touch there for Elizabeth Forward off the body of Bryn Lilly. And cleared back by Nina Nickman. Here's Erica Tarr on the run forward. Large to play it, but right to Laurel Highlands' Grace Chambers. Chambers back into the box. Pretty move there. Chambers on the run, just sending it wide. Another good scoring opportunity for the Mustangs. You might as well get as many as you can at this juncture of the match. You kind of have a feeling that Elizabeth Forward will have a run back in the second half. They've been a strong program all season long, and plenty of close games. Again, their overall record 4-4-4, 3-1-3 in the conference. And between Laurel Highlands and Elizabeth Forward, 6 draws between the two teams here midway through the conference season. Laurel Highlands also entering this match off of a win, defeated Albert Gallatin 5-1 last time out. Amanda Means playing it here on the near side, and Nina Nickman. Laurel Highlands getting a little sloppy here on the back line. Maggie Cunningham moving over from the midfield position to help out, and Cunningham gets decked. Be a free kick here for the Mustangs. Natalie Chornak knocking Cunningham down, picking up the foul. And Nina Nickman will take this free kick for the Mustangs. Bodied there by Grace Chambers. And Cassidy Kern will find the ball here for the Warriors. Kern going wide on the far side over to Gill. And Gill loses it out of play. The Mustangs will play their rival Uniontown next time out. Game we hope to bring you here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Means on the near side, losing it out of play. Ascente will work it in here for Elizabeth Forward. They'll make a change. And we'll take a quick timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Chesler's Furniture at 601 Pittsburgh Street, Uniontown has been in business since 1950 and has a wide variety of furniture for all of your needs. At Chesler's, they have a wide assortment of living room recliners, kitchen sets, bedroom mattresses, and accessories that can decorate your home for years to come. Choose from many companies including Lazy Boy, Best, King Hickory, Hammery, Lancer, Wildwood, Von Bassett, and White Dove. Chesler's also services what they sell. Stop into Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 north of Uniontown, and see Kim, Christy, Ted, and Rich. They'll be happy to help you with all of your needs. Chesler's Furniture, where customers send their friends. Back here at Mustang Field, Corey Ascente firing the ball in for the Warriors over on the near side of Natalie Chornak. Chornak tiptoeing the near touchline, crossing out in front, look out on the back side, and just sending it high. Bree Scalacan. Scalacan just re-entered for Elizabeth Forward, taking the place of Bethany Fuga.
Re-entry for Elizabeth Forward, number 8, Bree Scalacan.
Now after Scalacan's miss, the Mustangs with a goal kick. And they'll make a change as well. Amanda Means to check out. Checking back in, Sid Chido.
Re-entry for Laurel Highlands, number 13, Sydney Chido.
Chido played well earlier during her first appearance of the match. Almost set up a goal after she was only on the field for about 30 seconds. Ball headed back out by the Warriors. And quickly moving first half, we're down at 13-24. Left here in the first frame, 2-0 Laurel Highlands over Elizabeth Forward. Cassidy Kern going high. Nina Nickman on the back line for Laurel Highlands will body it out of play. EF will try to take a quick throw in here with Natalie Chornak. We told you these two teams played to a draw back on September the 10th. Laurel Highlands boys also played to a draw that same day against Elizabeth Forward. Of course, the boys game a non-conference game. And plenty on the line for the Mustangs, as we said, entering this match. Talking to Laurel Highlands head coach Dave Sahida. He said his team knows the importance of this match. They're on the outside looking in as far as the playoffs are concerned. And a win here today over Elizabeth Forward will put them back in playoff positioning. The top 4 teams in the section making the postseason. Nina Nickman going down there after some body contact with Natalie Chornak. Sid Chido to take this throw in. Headed there by Grace Chambers. Played on the back line by Taylor Mordecki. Over to Bryn Lilly. Lilly going wide on the far side to Maggie Cunningham. Cunningham touching it back to Macy Valek. Valek looking for a through ball there to Kristen Marmol, going through Marmol and out of play. Gill will take this throw in now for Elizabeth Forward, and the Warriors to make another change, checking out Julia Baylog. And checking into the game, number 10, Haley Palmer. First time we've seen Palmer in this match.
For the Warriors, number 10, Haley Palmer.
Gill a little lob out of play. Marmol looking for a ball to take the throw in. Marmol lobs it back in, looking for Chambers. Mustangs trying to hang on to possession. Bryn Lilly. A little pressure there from Natalie Chornak. Warriors win the ball. On the run here, Haley Palmer. Palmer touching it up to Nola McGuire. Defended there by Lexi Harrigus of Laurel Highlands, and Harrigus will send it out of play to slow down the Warriors' rush. With 10:48 left here in the first half, still a 2-0 lead for Laurel Highlands. Chornak into the box. This will one hop. Back to the Mustang keeper, Anna Sepik. Especially on a slick surface. Have to watch some of those one-hoppers. They could be tricky. Here's Tarr on the run forward, trying to get around Gill. Tarr with a head of steam. Erica Tarr moving forward. Tarr, top of the 18. Keep her out. Tarr shot into the back of the net. Erica Tarr, second goal of the match. The Mustangs extend their lead to 3-0 over Elizabeth Forward. 10-13 left here in the first half. We'll take a quick timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar.
Back here at Mustang Field, a first half brace for Erica Tarr. 2 goals for Erica, add a goal for Nina Nickman. All Laurel Highlands up 3-0 now over Elizabeth Forward as we go under 10 minutes left here in the first half. Mustangs looking strong at home this afternoon. Grace Chambers almost finding another loose ball here. Ball went off of Grace and out. Laurel Highlands only one senior in their lineup. That's Amanda Means. Coach Sahida's squad's going to be strong next year as well. They're not worried about 2017 yet. They have their eyes on the postseason here in 2016, trying to get Laurel Highlands back to the playoffs for the first time since 2001. It's been 15 years since the Laurel Highlands girls soccer program has made the playoffs. They haven't been over 500 since the 2004 season. You kind of had a feeling with the way this season started, Laurel Highlands would have a nice shot at getting in here in 2016. And a win here over Elizabeth Forward this afternoon will certainly help the Mustangs' chances. There's Sid Chido going down. Chido taking a pretty good shot there from Natalie Chornak. So a free kick for the Mustangs with 8:35 left before halftime. And on the other side, the playoffs pretty much a regular occurrence for Elizabeth Forward, with the exception of last year. The Warriors, a season ago, just 4-12-2. They made the playoffs in 2014. Losing to Yak in the first round. And here's Sepik. A little poke forward there for the Mustangs. And Yak was kind of the bugaboo for Elizabeth Forward in the postseason. Between 2012 and 2014, Elizabeth Forward lost in 3 consecutive years to Yak in the first round of the playoffs. Here's Grace Chambers coming free again. Chambers getting behind Nancy Beinlich. Beinlich slowing Chambers down a bit. Chambers still on the run. Trying to cross it out in front, and the save made there by Carly Large. If you go back 5 years to 2011, this Elizabeth Forward team making it all the way to the WPIL semifinals, where they lost to Mars. Also qualified for the PIAA state playoffs, where they were bested by Harbor Creek in the first round. So the Warriors soccer program, usually strong year in and year out. Again, Brandon Gerba, the head coach. He's assisted by Lindsay Lash. And as far as 2016 is concerned, as we said, pretty much a 5-team race for 4 playoff spots in the conference. And Mount Pleasant and Bell Vernon have certainly created a little separation atop the conference. With the Vikings at 5-0-1 and Bell Vernon at 5-1-1. Taking the corner kick here, Natalie Chornak. Chornak going near post. Headed a couple of times. Macy Valek trying to clear it out. Ball still loose far side, and Kristen Marmol finally chipping it out of play. Probably the best scoring opportunity of the afternoon for Elizabeth Forward. Unable to capitalize in front of Anna Sepik. Down to 6 minutes left here in the first half, and there's a foul committed by Cassidy Kern on Maggie Cunningham. So the Mustangs to take the free kick. Nina Nickman to put it down. Nickman boots it back to center, headed out by Cassidy Kern. And Abby Miller will track it down there for the Mustangs. Looking there for Erica Tarr. Play there by Bryn Lilly, and set wide on the near side is Sid Chido. Cassidy Kern. Looking there for Noel McGuire, again denied by Laurel Highlands. So a move through center there from Chornak, forward to Cassidy Kern again. Mustangs, though, played well defensively this afternoon. As much as we've talked about Elizabeth Forward's defense, again, enter the match today, 4 straight shutouts. If this game remains 3-0, or the Warriors remain without a goal here in the first half on the offensive side, it'll be 3 straight halves of soccer for Elizabeth Forward without a goal, including an overtime session against Ringgold. The Warriors and the Rams playing to a scoreless draw in Elizabeth Forward's last match back on September the 29th. We have 4:19 left here in the first half. Cunningham clearing it back out to Erica Tarr. Touched there by Gill and deflected over to Sid Chido on the near side for Laurel Highlands. Chido back up to Grace Chambers. Play through to Erica Tarr. Tarr will try to track this one down. Foot race with Gill. The ball sent out of play off of Tarr and out. So Gill to take the throw in. Lobbed on the far side and knocked down by Bree Scalacan. Scalacan then bodied off the ball by Maggie Cunningham, who frees it forward to Erica Tarr, who chips it out in front, and the ball scooped up there by Carly Large, the Elizabeth Forward keeper. Large lobs it down here on the near side. Chido finds it for Laurel Highlands. Chido trying to come forward, and the ball sent out of play off of Elizabeth Forward and outs. And the Mustangs make another change. Kristen Marmol checking out of the match. As Chido plays it back to Grace Chambers. Went off the back of Bryn Lilly. Amanda Means is back into the match on the Laurel Highlands side.
Laurel Highlands, number 5, Amanda Means.
Nickman a touch. 2:49 left here in the first half. Cunningham defended there by McGuire, and last touch going out off of Macy Valek of Laurel Highlands. Cunningham finding it and then losing it to Cassidy Kern. Sid Chido trying to track it down there for Laurel Highlands, but played off to Coria Sente. Sente lobs top of the 18. Cunningham looks to clear it out there for Laurel Highlands. Skies it high. Gill trying to knock it down there for Elizabeth Forward. Ball out of play in front of the Mustang bench off the Warriors and outs. 2:05 now left here in the first half. Still 3-0. Laurel Highlands over Elizabeth Forward. Strong first half for the Mustangs. Here's Tarr looking to center. No one home on the near side. Mordecki on the near side now for Elizabeth Forward. Over to Ascente. Lilly a touch back for Laurel Highlands. Sid Chido trying to run it down for the Mustangs. Played out by Taylor Mordecki. Corner kick here for Laurel Highlands. Sid Chido waiting for the ball. Chido puts it down. Line drive into the box, deflected out by Grace Chambers.
1 minute.
Final minute now of this first half. EF now needs to hurry if they want to pick up a goal in the final 45 seconds now of the first half. Played down to Natalie Chornak. Little touch there from Nancy Beinlich. Abby Miller will track it down there for Laurel Highlands. She'll take the safe play and send it out. Was bodied there by Bree Scalacan. This match has gotten a little chippy so far between these two Section 2 AAA opponents. Free kick for the Mustangs. Of course, Laurel Highlands protecting a 3-goal lead there in no hurry. Final 15 seconds of the first half.
10.
Nickman plays it back to
8,
center.
7,
Bodied there by Cassidy
6,
Kern.
5, 4.
Down to 3 seconds left, and that'll pretty much do it for the first half. Laurel Highlands a 3-0 lead over Elizabeth Forward. We're back to recap the first half scoring for you in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
With the score, Laurel Highlands 3, Elizabeth Forward 0.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Back here at Mustang Field, 3-0. Laurel Highlands over Elizabeth Forward here at halftime. The Mustangs getting the scoring started on a Nina Nickman goal coming on a free kick from 20 yards out at the 21:57 mark of the first half. Laurel Highlands took a 1-0 lead. The Mustangs' second goal would come about 2.5 minutes later. Erica Tarr picking up the goal. Amanda Means getting the assist. Means setting up Tarr and a nice cross out in front, and Tarr sending it past Carly Large, the Elizabeth Forward keeper. It was 2-0 Laurel Highlands at the 19:15 mark of the first half. Then Erica Tarr getting her second first half goal at the 10:13 mark of the first half to increase the Mustangs' lead to 3-0. A reminder, if you're watching this game on Atlantic Broadband or Armstrong Cable, all of our broadcasts are now available on YouTube. Just search South Union Television or follow the South Union Township Sports Network on Facebook. It's facebook.com/South Union TV. Again, at halftime, it's Laurel Highlands 3, Elizabeth Forward 0. Second half match action comes your way next here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Chesler's Furniture at 601 Pittsburgh Street, Uniontown has been in business since 1950 and has a wide variety of furniture for all of your needs. At Chesler's, they have a wide assortment of living room recliners, kitchen sets, bedroom mattresses, and accessories that can decorate your home for years to come. Choose from many companies including Lazy Boy, Best, King Hickory, Hammery, Lancer, Wildwood, Von Bassett, and White Dove. Chesler's also services what they sell. Stop into Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 north of Uniontown, and see Kim, Christy, Ted, and Rich. They'll be happy to help you with all of your needs. Chesler's Furniture, where customers send their friends.
Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District. With offices in Uniontown and Chalk Hill, Representative Mahoney is dedicated to providing the best leadership and quality representation to his constituents. He can be reached at 66A Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown, 724-438-6100, and in Chalk Hill at 2925 National Pike, 724-437-2521. Good luck to all of the area teams from State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District.
Ready for second half match action. Laurel Highlands leading Elizabeth forward by a score of 3-0. Mustangs with a pair of goals from Erica Tarr in the first half. Nina Nickman also adding a Mustang goal. Elizabeth forward trying to get their offense started here as we get ready to start the second half. Anna Sepik perfect in goal for Laurel Highlands so far. And these scoring opportunities for Elizabeth Ford really have been few and far between. Mustang defensive line has really shored things up, not allowing too many balls to even get in the vicinity of keeper Anna Sepik. Laurel Highlands will defend the goal to our right here in the second half. The rain has pretty much stopped. Actually, the sun back out in some areas after a rather wet first half. Mustangs set to go. Elizabeth forward. I don't think they were ready defensively for the start of the second half as Maggie Cunningham will send it down the far side, looking for Grace Chambers. Nice through ball. Chambers a nice run out in front. But Carly Large there on the scoop up for Elizabeth forward. So the Mustangs trying to catch Elizabeth forward napping here a little bit to start the second half. Almost paid off. Ball played in again to Chambers, battling there with Julia Baylog. Chambers in front of the far touchline, makes her way to the corner flag, crosses out in front. Erica Tarr was on the doorstep, but the ball never got in Tarr's direction as Emma Stragan knocked it out of play. But it will be a Laurel Highlands corner kick as Bryn Lilly will take the corner kick for Laurel Highlands from the far side. Lilly, a Mustang junior, will put it down. Lobs it into the air. Is all the way through here on the near side. Corralled there by Kristen Marmol. Now sent out of play off of Laurel Highlands and outs. For an Elizabeth forward throw-in. And next up for Laurel Highlands, a match against rival Uniontown over at Bill Power Stadium. A win today will give the Mustangs back-to-back wins. They won their last match over Albert Gallatin by a score of 5-0. Next home match for Laurel Highlands will be against Waynesburg Central. Next home conference match will be against Greensburg Salem. Chambers on the far side, again looking to cross out in front. Marmol is there. Another touch from Erica Tarr. The ball sent out of play. Nancy Beinlich with some solid defense out there for Elizabeth forward, playing with a cast on her right arm. Not really slowing her down. She's done a nice job defensively for Elizabeth forward throughout the course of the match. A run there from Cassidy Kern. Lexi Harrigus had sent it out. Kern and Bree Scalacan trying to stay on the rush for Elizabeth Forward. Laurel Highlands again slowing things down, sending it down on the far side. Scalacan to take another throw in. Trying to lob it back to Kern. Headed back out by Laurel Highlands, Amanda Means. Means trying to throw the body there into Scalacan. Ball pokes free here on the near side. Battle for it between Lily and Julia Baylog. Baylog sending it over to Natalie Chornak. And Chornak and Maggie Cunningham both go down. I would suspect the foul will go on Cunningham. It will. 3 minutes into the second half, a free kick for Natalie Chornak and Elizabeth Forward. Chornak from 32 yards out. One hopper towards the goal, and Sapek another scoop up there for Laurel Highlands. That was another tricky ball coming in. Sapek again plays it back to center. Knocked down there by Emma Stragan. But Grace Chambers on the run forward for Laurel Highlands. Sent out of play by Taylor Mordecki of Elizabeth Forward. Amanda Means to take this throw in for the Mustangs. Bounces it into Maggie Cunningham. Cunningham on the far side. Low cross. Well defended, but deflected back to Erica Tarr. Tarr shot top of the box. Into the back of the net. Hat trick for Erica Tarr. The Mustangs extend their lead to 4-0. With 36-16 left here in the second half. Tarr gets her third of the match. And we're back in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Erica Tarr.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
Laurel Highlands now in a comfortable position, up 4-0 over Elizabeth Forward. A hat trick this afternoon for Erica Tarr. And the Mustangs could pretty much go into park the bus mode right now with a 4-goal lead and 36 minutes left to play. Grace Chambers over to Tarr, looking for a give and go back to Chambers. Never got in her direction. Sent wide on the near side. Gill trying to track it down for Elizabeth Forward. We expected this match to be rather close. As we said, these two teams played to a 3-3 draw earlier in the season at Elizabeth Forward. And the Warriors had entered this match with 4 straight shutouts. I'm not surprised at all to see Laurel Highlands leading, but I am surprised to see the margin of the Mustangs lead right now at 4-0. Give Laurel Highlands a lot of credit. The pressure was certainly on their shoulders entering this match, being on the outside looking in as far as the playoffs were concerned. But if the score stands up, Laurel Highlands will put themselves back into a 4th place tie with Greensburg-Salem at 4-3. Elizabeth Forward, of course, still in the mix at 3-2-3. When you factor in all of the ties we've seen in the conference this year, things will certainly get interesting when all is said and done. And if you look at the Laurel Highlands conference schedule the rest of the way, we'll have a match against Uniontown, which the Mustangs will be heavy favorites in. Laurel Highlands defeating Uniontown 9-0 earlier in the season. And then a home match against Greensburg-Salem. The Mustangs lost to Greensburg-Salem 5-1 earlier in the season after possessing a 1-0 lead early on in that match. Then a match at Mount Pleasant. Of course, Laurel Highlands losing to Mount Pleasant 1-0. Mustangs looking for another goal here. Crossed out in front. Went through Tarr. Went through Marmol. So the Mustangs coming very close to increasing this lead to 5-0. Not slowing down on the offensive side. Gill to take this throw in back for Elizabeth Forward. Headed along by Noah McGuire. And after Mount Pleasant, the final conference match of the season on October the 17th here at Mustang Field will be a Monday night. The Mustangs will host Belle Vernon. Laurel Highlands also losing to Bell Vernon by a 5-1 margin earlier on in the season. So a lot on the line for the Mustangs over their final 4 conference matches of the season over the next 2 weeks. We'll see how things play out. Marmol tripping up Cassidy Kern. So a free kick here for Elizabeth Forward with 33-16 left here in the second half, and Laurel Highlands in cruise control right now, up 4-0. Marmol poking it ahead and down on the play. An injury here for the Warriors. Slow in getting to her feet, number 9, Bethany Fuga. Fuga now hops up. She seems all right. And the Warriors will take the free kick from midfield. Cassidy Kern to put it down. Kern on a line drive forward. Played back out by the Mustangs. And a little contact there between Erica Tarr and Cassidy Kern. Tarr gives her a look back, saying, hey, what's that all about? Well, it's been chippy, as we said, between these two teams. Now the playoffs on the line, and Laurel Highlands, again, trying to accomplish something that hasn't been done by this school in 15 years, making the postseason. A win here today will help the cause. Chambers on the far side, battling there with Taylor Mordecki. Ball sent out. Amanda Means to trigger it back in. Of course, the Laurel Highlands boys team, they've pretty much locked up a playoff spot right now. At 4-2 in the conference, they're 7-4-1 overall at the time of this taping. Coming off a 4-0 win over Trinity last time out. Another nice run forward here for the Mustangs. Chambers on the run. Large the save. So Grace Chambers almost making it 5-0 Laurel Highlands. EF playing it back to center to Julia Baylog. Valek defending there for Laurel Highlands as the ball goes out off of Elizabeth Forward on the far side. Our next boys telecast here on the South Union Township Sports Network, tentatively scheduled for the October 4th match against Ringgold. That'll be the first meeting of the season between the Laurel Highlands boys team and the Ringgold Rams. They'll meet for a second time on October the 15th at Ringgold on a Saturday afternoon. That's the final regular season match for the Laurel Highlands boys. The other conference matches for the Laurel Highlands boys team, games against Albert Gallatin on the road and home against Uniontown. And there's Tarr still getting into it with Kern. You kind of sense those two don't like one another right now. Matched up again. Tarr kind of spun around. Cunningham playing it back there to Amanda Means. Means the last to touch it going out. Bree Scalacan will send it back in here for Elizabeth Forward. Off the body of Noah McGuire. Means now to take the throw in. Chambers another nice run. Large the scoop up though on the EF side. But nice to see both the Laurel Highlands soccer programs having so much success here in 2016. I think the PIAA realignment certainly helping the cause of both the boys and especially the girls soccer program in the old 3 classification system. The Laurel Highlands girls, there's a shot at center as Kern went high there, knocking down the Mustangs' Abby Miller. And a yellow card caution to be issued here on Kern. So Kern sent off for 5 minutes here on a yellow. And she was getting into it earlier with Erica Tarr and then took a high shot there to Abby Miller. Miller went down. Kern will have to sit out for 5. And we'll play on. First card we've seen issued of the match.
Re-entry for Elizabeth Forward, number 21, Corey Asante.
Asante back and replacing Cassidy Kern. The ball will go off of Elizabeth Forward and out. Mustangs will hurry it along. Kristen Marmol to take the throw-in. Lobbed intended for Bryn Lilly. Won there by Bethany Fuga. And a nice through ball coming forward, but out of the goal to take the heat away is Anna Sepik. Knocked down by Gill. Played there by Valek, but won by Noah McGuire. Nice run from McGuire around Abby Miller. McGuire now looking to cross, but Miller defending the play well, sending it out of play for a corner kick here for Elizabeth Forward. Still 28 minutes of match time left here in the second half. Laurel Highlands leading by a score of 4-0. Natalie Chornak will take the corner kick here for Elizabeth Forward. Ball sent into the box, and we'll go all the way through on the far side down to Taylor Mordecki. Mordecki crosses back out in front. Goes through on the near side of Natalie Chornak, who scores the first goal of the match for Elizabeth Forward. Warriors not done yet. They're back to within 4-1 with 27-29 left here in the second half. We're back in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Elizabeth Forward, goal by number 18, Natalie Chornak.
Tonight's soccer game is being brought to you in part by Dr. Michael Lemontowski and Surgical Associates, 10 Highland Park Drive here in Uniontown. They can be reached at 724-439-6340. Good luck to the area teams from Dr. Michael Lemontowski.
Sit right down and you hear a tale of a fateful call. You better pay those bills right now or you take a mighty fall. He really didn't know what to do, so he turned to those who did. Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, your bankruptcy crew, your bankruptcy crew. So no matter how deep in debt you are, if your back's against the wall, Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, just give them a call.
Field, Natalie Chornak scoring for Elizabeth Forward. We'll see if that Chornak goal will light a fire under the Warriors. They're back to within 4-1. Still plenty of match time left. 27-26 left here in the second half. Mustang down on the far side. A foul will be called there on Bree Scalacan. Elizabeth Forward. Free kick here for the Mustangs. Nina Nickman to take it. Sky is darkening again a bit here at Mustang Field. We saw rain throughout much of the first half. Things kind of cleared up at halftime. Now sky's darkening again. A misplay there from Nickman. But Abby Miller getting back to help out her teammate. Slowing down Noah McGuire's run. Ball going wide on the far side. Amanda Means looking for it on the Laurel Highlands side. Getting a little help out there on the clear. Now things getting chippy here again between Mustang freshman Lexi Harrigus and Bree Scalacan. Scalacan to take the throw-in. Mustangs let it go back to keeper Anna Sepik. We saw the yellow card issued a couple of minutes back to Cassidy Kern of Elizabeth Forward. There's a nice through ball to Grace Chambers as Tar to her left as Tar on sides. Flag stays down. Tar forward looking for her fourth goal of the match. Goes off the crossbar. Still loose on the far side. Headed back by Chambers. Picked up there by Amanda Means. Crossed over to Maggie Cunningham. Coming forward to keep the ball in the zone is Nina Nickman. Up to Kristen Marmol. Goal open. Can Chambers find it? And it's in! Grace Chambers picking up Laurel Highlands' fifth goal of the match. Pretty ball movement there. Chambers on the finish. And the lead at 5-1, 25-32. Left here in the second half. We're back in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Back here at Mustang Field, Grace Chambers picking up her first goal of the match, extending Laurel Highlands' lead to 5-1 over Elizabeth Ford. A nice answer back on the Natalie Chornak goal of Elizabeth Forward. And the Chambers goal coming 1:55 after Chornak scored on the Warriors side.
Re-entry for the Warriors, number 10, Haley Palmer.
So the lead back up to 5. Took that back up to 4. The Laurel Highlands goal total back up to 5. As Erica Tarr again crosses out in front over to Chambers. Grace slows down. That ball going off of Emma Stragand. And she's a little shaken up on the play. Mustangs send it back into the box. Only scooped up there by Carly Large. Whistle on the play. Referee's timeout. We're going to get a penalty kick issued here for Laurel Highlands. Wow. Foul must have been whistled inside the box. I didn't see it. Nonetheless, Erica Tarr will line up for the penalty kick for Laurel Highlands from 12 yards out. An opportunity to extend Laurel Highlands' lead to 6-1. Tarr's already scored 3 today, looking for her fourth goal of the match. She'll line up on the penalty kick and just miss wide on the far side. So not sure what happened there in the box, but the Mustangs given a penalty kick. Tarr unable to capitalize. Laurel Highlands' lead remains at 5-1. And the initial call came actually well behind the play made by the referee that was standing closer to midfield. And after the missed penalty, the score remains at 5-1 in favor of the Mustangs over the Warriors. Tarr almost went down on the far side. A little collision there with Corey Ascente. Cunningham comes forward. Cunningham looking to cross. Ball comes through, and Kristen Marmol unable to finish on the Laurel Highlands side. So 23:58 left here in the second half. Laurel Highlands leading Elizabeth Forward by a score of 5-1. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupé. Thank you for joining us here on the South Union Township Sports Network for girls soccer action. Kristen Marmol over to Bryn Lilly. Lily going wide, looking there for Amanda Means, going through Means and out of play. Taylor Mordecki will take the throw in here for Elizabeth Forward. Mordecki lobs it back off of Lexi Harrigus of Laurel Highlands. Poked back on the far side. Grace Chambers is there, but she'll send it out of play. This will be ruled a goal kick. On a cloudy Saturday afternoon. Laurel Highlands leading Elizabeth Forward 5-1. Next up for the Warriors after this match, they'll have a home game against Greensburg-Salem, followed by a trip to Mount Pleasant and another home match against Bell Vernon. So the schedule tough on the Warriors side as well. Haley Palmer trying to lead a run forward here for the Warriors. Abby Miller will slow it down for Laurel Highlands, sending it out of play on the far side. Now a change here on the EF side, checking out Nola McGuire. And checking back into the game after serving her 5 minutes for a yellow card, Cassidy Kern.
Number 23, Cassidy Kern.
Valak, a misplay for Laurel Highlands. Getting some help, though, from Kristen Marmol. And the ball again going out on the far side. Amanda Means to take this throw in for Laurel Highlands. You might see the substitution frequency starting to pick up with the lead still at 4 for the Mustangs over the final 22 minutes of this match. Of course, Laurel Highlands with another conference match upcoming on Monday. They have an opportunity to give the starters a little rest over the final 20 minutes. They might just do that. Sepik again, a boot back to center. Poked ahead there by Cunningham. Tara trying to track it down. Ball skied high here on the near side. And headed out by Macy Valak. Julia Baylog taking the throw in. Abby Miller on the back line for Laurel Highlands, battling there with Cassidy Kern. Kern to take another throw in. Plays it back into the box. And Sepik again finds it on the Mustang side. 20:25 left here in regulation time. Laurel Highlands still a 5-1 lead over Elizabeth Forward. Ball played back to center. Chambers heads it along to Erica Tarr. Tarr looking for her 4th goal of the match. Sends it back in Chambers' direction. And the play whistled down on the offsides. So the Mustangs trying to work a little give and go action on the break. Now an injury for Elizabeth Forward down on the play, Bethany Fuga. So we'll take a quick timeout. 5-1 Mustangs over the Warriors here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Chesler's Furniture at 601 Pittsburgh Street, Uniontown has been in business since 1950 and has a wide variety of furniture for all of your needs. At Chesler's, they have a wide assortment of living room recliners, kitchen sets, bedroom mattresses, and accessories that can decorate your home for years to come. Choose from many companies including Lazy Boy, Best, King Hickory, Hammery, Lancer, Wildwood, Von Bassett, and White Dove. Chesler's also services what they sell. Stop into Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 north of Uniontown, and see Kim, Christy, Ted, and Rich. They'll be happy to help you with all of your needs. Chesler's Furniture, where customers send their friends. 5 1 Mustangs over the Warriors here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Chesler's Furniture at 601 Pittsburgh Street, Uniontown has been in business since 1950 and has a wide variety of furniture for all of your needs. At Chesler's, they have a wide assortment of living room recliners, kitchen sets, bedroom mattresses, and accessories that can decorate your home for years to come. Choose from many companies including Lazy Boy, Best, King Hickory, Hammery, Lancer, Wildwood, Von Bassett, and White Dove. Chesler's also services what they sell. Stop into Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 north of Uniontown, and see Kim, Christy, Ted, and Rich. They'll be happy to help you with all of your needs. Chesler's Furniture, where customers send their friends.
Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District. With offices in Uniontown and Chalk Hill, Representative Mahoney is dedicated to providing the best leadership and quality representation to his constituents. He can be reached at 66A Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown, 724-438-6100, and in Chalk Hill at 2925 National Pike, 724-437-2521. Good luck to all of the area teams from State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District.
Back here at Mustang Field, Bethany Fuga being helped off the field for Elizabeth Forward. She'll check out and back into the match. Number 6, Shayna Lindberg. So Lindberg in for Fuga. We hope Fuga's okay.
Warriors, number 6, Shayna Lindberg.
Now the free kick after the offsides. Play there on Macy Valak, who collides with Cassidy Kern. Kern took a pretty good spill. We'll play on. That ball going off of Gillen out. Kristen Marmel taking the throw-in. Over to Erica Tarr, trying to play back to Marmel. And the ball out of play over the near touchline. Marmel reloads, again headed there by Gill. Pressured along by Erica Tarr. Tarr looking to center. Played out in front of Grace Chambers. She partially fanned on the shot. Loose top of the 18. And jogged out by Corey Ascente. And played forward on the run to Cassidy Kern. Kern unable to get around Abby Miller. And Nina Nickman will clear it back out for the Mustangs down to Sid Chido, far touchline. Reset over to Maggie Cunningham. Cunningham, low ball forward through Grace Chambers. Chido's going to try to track it down. Chido on her horse, but unable to track it down on the far side. Throw in here for Elizabeth Forward. Taylor Mordecki to take it. Mordecki firing it in. That ball going off of a Mustang and outs. Off the body of Haley Jamison, who just checked into the match. Jamison wearing number 11. Mustang sophomore. She'll have another opportunity to play it back there with Abby Miller. Ball crossed all the way through and out. We have a Mustang goal kick. With 18 minutes left here in the second half, a couple of umbrellas still up. Just a few sprinkles out there right now. No complaints though on the Mustangs side. Leading by a score of 5-1. That one going off of Corey Ascente and out. Grace Chambers down on the far line. Over to Erica Tarr. Those two have done a nice job up front, and here's Chambers coming free again. Chambers top of the 18, running forward. Her shot on goal, and the save made there by Carly Large. Nice job defensively by Nancy Beinlich to kind of cut down the angle a little bit there on Chambers. Maggie Cunningham colliding there at center with Cassidy Kern. Kern's certainly been involved in the play for Elizabeth Forward throughout the course of the match. We mentioned she picked up a yellow card about 10 minutes ago. Ball going back to Carly Large again. Not the game Large was hoping for after entering the match with 4 straight clean sheets. She yielded 5 here to Laurel Highlands as Maggie Cunningham knocks down Haley Palmer. Now Palmer slow in getting up. She'll be attended to, and we'll check and see if a card will get issued here on Maggie Cunningham for a little push down. So it's 5-1 Laurel Highlands over Elizabeth Forward. 16:38 left here in the second half. with the injury on the field. We'll take a quick timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Tonight's soccer game is being brought to you in part by Dr. Michael Lemontowski and Surgical Associates, 10 Highland Park Drive here in Uniontown. They can be reached at 724-439-6340. Good luck to the area teams from Dr. Michael Lemontowski.
Back here at Mustang Field, Haley Palmer of Elizabeth Forward getting help to her feet. Now on the Elizabeth Forward bench. Nice to see her up and under her own power. Now sitting on the Warriors bench. We were talking actually during the break. We wonder if Palmer actually might have hit her head on the turf after getting knocked down by Maggie Cunningham. No card was issued on the play. Just a normal foul on Cunningham.
Number 21, Corey Asante.
Corey Asante came back on to replace the injured Palmer. Taylor Mordecki on the far side. And Jamison will take this throw in for the Mustangs. I'll touch ahead there from Gill. Forward to Lindbergh. And now Cassidy Kern. Pressured by Bryn Lilly. Sent forward through Grace Chambers. But cleared out by Nancy Beinlich of Elizabeth Forward. An open space. Chornak the touch ahead, looking for Cassidy Kern. Ball again out. And Jamison on the reload. Lindbergh on the lob. Over to Kern. Lob back into the box. Look out. With a save made there from Anna Sepik, the denial of Shanna Lindbergh. Sepik back to center. And kind of sense the intensity of this match has dropped off a little bit with a lead at 4 for Laurel Highlands. Just as I say that, a couple of near collisions. And the ball played back to Anna Sepik again. A couple of rain showers falling again. Nina Nickman to take this goal kick for the Mustangs. That one going over Maggie Cunningham. Touched along by Taylor Mordecki. Right back to Cunningham. Cunningham on the chip ahead. Looking again for Grace Chambers, but the pass too far and out of play. Corey Asante on the reload. Bodied by Cunningham. Trying to work it over to Bryn Lilly, but cleared back out by the Warriors. Touch there from Jamison. Down to Maggie Cunningham, and Cunningham. Another collision there with Corey Asante. Lilly and Baylog making contact as well. And the ball going out in front of the Mustang bench. Jamison a touch. Another Warrior going down. It's Taylor Mordecki. Mordecki still down on the field, getting checked down by teammate Julia Baylog. We'll have another injury stoppage with 13-13 left here in the second half. Taylor Mordecki now down on the Elizabeth Forward side. The score 5-1. Laurel Highlands over Elizabeth Forward. We'll take another timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Back here at Mustang Field, it's been a tough second half as far as injuries are concerned on the Elizabeth Forward side. Taylor Mordecki, the senior defender, going down there for the Warriors. She walks off the field under her own power. Still have 13-13 left here in the second half. You had the earlier injury to Haley Palmer. She's now sitting on the Warriors bench. We're waiting for the go-ahead here from the far side to get this match back underway. And the ball thrown back in. Kind of a delayed indication there. We're back underway, and a nice ball there from Maggie Cunningham forward to Grace Chambers. The pass just a bit too far and scooped up there by the keeper, Carly Large. Nina Nickman sending it over to Bryn Lilly. Cunningham back to Macy Valek. Abby Miller another touch. Back up to Bryn Lilly. Good play by Nola McGuire. Julia Baylog on the back line to Nancy Beinlich. Over to Gill. Last touch by Erica Tarr going out. What a game it's been for Tarr. 3 goals, a hat trick for Erica. The other 2 Mustang goal scorers, Grace Chambers and Nina Nickman. Nickman got the scoring started on a free kick from 20 yards out at the 21:57 mark of the first half. Now Chambers going down for Laurel Highlands. She's back up on her feet. You wonder when Dave Sahida might make some changes and pull some of his starters out of the match with the Mustangs leading by 4 and 12 minutes of match time left. Of course, you don't want to risk an injury out there to any of your starters either. And actually have a scheduled junior varsity game after the varsity game here between EF and Laurel Highlands. With some of the injuries the Warriors have suffered here in the varsity game, you wonder if they'll still decide to play that junior varsity game later on today. As we mentioned, Laurel Highlands and Uniontown will play for the second time this season. The next match for Laurel Highlands over at Bill Powers Stadium. Ball loose out in front. Marmol trying to bang it home, but after giving up the initial rebound, the nice cover up there from the Warriors keeper, Carly Large. But Laurel Highlands had a big home win over Uniontown back on September the 12th by a score of 9-0. You'd have to think Uniontown has revenge on their minds. I was talking to some folks over at the Uniontown Athletic Department actually last night. They're impressed with some of the improvements they've made to both their boys and girls soccer programs over the last couple of years. They're hoping to be more competitive, and even though Uniontown wasn't competitive the last time they played Laurel Highlands, I'd expect a closer match next week when the two schools get together once again. Final 10 minutes of this match now. After we had a quick first half, things have kind of slowed down with some injuries and other stoppages here in the second half. Laurel Highlands still sitting pretty up 4. Warrior went down. It didn't look like too much contact to me. But Grace Chambers will get whistled for the foul. Going down there, Bree Scalacan. On the Elizabeth forward side. Played back to Maggie Cunningham. I'll touch along from Cassidy Kern. Lobbed high here on the near side. Shayna Lindberg double teamed and won off the ball by Macy Valek. Kristen Marmol might have got dinged there on the Laurel Highlands side. Nice through ball again to Grace Chambers, but she was offsides.
A reminder, coming up after this will be the junior varsity game between these two schools.
Looks like we will have a JV game as the junior varsity players warming up. And very unusual to see the JV game after the varsity game. You probably see it more on Saturdays than during the week. Nickman and Kern, a little collision there. Kern wins the ball. Kern trying to get around Jamison on the far side, and Kern actually initiated the contact there with Jamison. Mustangs win the ball back as Nickman dribbles it forward to Maggie Cunningham. Cunningham spins back, sends it down to Grace Chambers. Chambers took a little body shot there from Emma Stragand. Another touch from Tarr. Through ball forward to Chambers. Chambers on the run again on the far side. Chambers a little lob towards the goal, and it just goes wide. Chambers dared large to come out. She did, and on the chip, Chambers just missing to our camera right of the far post. Another stoppage for Laurel Highlands substitution. Kristen Marmol checking out. And back into the game for the Mustangs, Sid Chido.
Re-entry for Laurel Highlands, number 13, Sydney Chido.
.650 now left here in the second half. Score remaining 5-1. Laurel Highlands over Elizabeth Forward. It's actually been a while since we had a goal in this match. Last goal scored at the 25-32 mark of the second half from Grace Chambers. It was 3-0 Laurel Highlands at halftime. Erica Tarr added a goal at the 36-16 mark of the second half. Natalie Chornak scoring Elizabeth Forward's only goal of the match at the 27-27 mark of the second half. And then Chambers getting her first of the match a minute 55 later at the 25-32 mark of the second half. That's where we sit right now. 5-1. Laurel Highlands over Elizabeth Forward. 6 minutes of match time left. Ball going back to Carly Large again. Cunningham a little touch ahead. Cunningham staying on the run down the far line. Touched over to Grace Chambers, who's just going to let it go out of play for an Elizabeth Forward goal kick. I have some tired players on both sides after this match. Kind of sense out there. The players a bit winded right now. Seen a lot of end-to-end action. 6 total goals scored in the match. I saw a stat somewhere over the last week that an average soccer player during a match runs an average of 8 miles. Here's a cross out in front and Large making the save. Certainly a sport to help you stay fit out there. And players on both sides doing just that this afternoon. Again, glancing at the conference standings, if the results hold here this afternoon, Laurel Highlands will improve to 5-4-2 overall and 4-3-1 in the conference. That'll get Laurel Highlands back into a playoff position. Mustangs getting a little sloppy there on the defensive line. Noah McGuire tracking it down, trying to play it back to Cassidy Kern, cleared out by the Mustangs. With a loss, Elizabeth Forward will drop under 500 overall to 4-5-4. And they'll drop to 3-2-3 in the conference. So things will really be tight in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th positions in the conference between Elizabeth Forward, Greensburg, Salem, and Laurel Highlands. Getting some separation atop the conference with Mount Pleasant at 5-0-1 and Bell Vernon at 5-1-1. But it's pretty much turned into a 3-team battle for the 2 playoff spots between Elizabeth Forward, Greensburg, Salem, and Laurel Highlands. You'll have almost a virtual tie for 3rd place between the 2 teams. It's tough to kind of sort things out with all the ties factored in. You'll have EF again at 3-2-3, Greensburg Salem at 4-3, and Laurel Highlands at 4-3-1. And again, the Mustangs will be heavy favorites in their next match against Uniontown. And if you get a win there, you're sitting at 5-3-1. But of course, the back half of the conference season will get much tougher for Laurel Highlands, as they'll wrap up conference play with 3 teams above them in the conference standings: Greensburg, Salem, Mount Pleasant, and Bell Vernon. Of course, the Mustangs very competitive against Mount Pleasant earlier in the season, losing just a 1-0 decision. Led Greensburg Salem early 1-0 and then fell 5-1, giving up 5 unanswered. And the Mustangs also losing 5-1 at Bell Vernon earlier in the season. But the good news for Laurel Highlands is they'll play Bell Vernon here at home. The match against Mount Pleasant will be at Mount Pleasant. And the match against Greensburg Salem will also be here at Laurel Highlands High School. So some opportunities for Laurel Highlands with some home matches, and you would think Laurel Highlands would probably have to earn at least a draw on those final 3 matches to lock themselves into the playoffs. The thing that might make things difficult for Laurel Highlands if they would lose those final 3 matches is the fact that Elizabeth Forward, even though Laurel Highlands would have a win and a draw against the Warriors have had some positive results against the top 3 teams in the conference. So it will certainly be an interesting final 2 weeks of the conference regular season to see how everything shakes out. And the Warriors, their earlier conference results, they had a 3-0 win over Uniontown, a 3-3 draw against Laurel Highlands, lost 4-0 at Greensburg Salem, but had a draw against Mount Pleasant and a draw against Bell Vernon. And also a draw against Ringgold. So 3 ties. And some of those matches, and actually Ringgold's a non-conference match, but still draws in 2 of those conference matches against Mount Pleasant and Bell Vernon. I think that'll force Laurel Highlands to have to get at least a draw in one of those final 3 conference matches as Chido goes down on the shot attempt. A little pressure there from Nancy Beinlich. We're down to 30 seconds left. Still 5-1 Mustangs over the Warriors. Abby Miller sends it along. Looking there for Chido. Goes through Chido and out of play. The team's now just playing out the final 30 seconds or so. Beinlich another clear.
10, 9, 8, 7.
And final 6, 5 seconds now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Laurel Highlands will capture a 5-1 win over Elizabeth Forward. Again, the Mustangs improving to 5-4-2 overall and 4-3-1 in the conference. The loss dropping Elizabeth Forward to 4-5-4 overall and 3-2-3 in conference play. Tonight's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Again, I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupay. Your final score, Laurel Highlands 5 and Elizabeth Forward 1. This has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation.
Thank you.